Imagine being trapped 200,000 miles away from Earth in freezing darkness. Your oxygen is leaking into space. You have hours left to live, maybe less. No one can reach you. No one can save you up there in space. This isn't science fiction. This actually happened to 3 real men in 1970. They went to the moon, but space had other plans for them instead today. Space looks beautiful, peaceful, but it's actually a cold killer. One tiny mistake up there turns dreams into nightmares instantly. April 1970. 3 brave astronauts left Earth toward Moon. They thought this would be a routine mission, nothing dangerous ahead. But fate had different plans. Space would test them forever. This is Apollo 13, the greatest survival story ever told. 3 men, 1 explosion, 4 days fighting death in space. Apollo 13 launched from Florida on bright sunny April morning. Saturn V rocket roared to life, flames erupting beneath it. Jim Lovell sat commander's seat, veteran astronaut with ice veins. Jack Swigert was command pilot, calm, focused, ready for anything. Fred Haise completed crew, dreaming of walking on Moon soon. Millions watched television as rocket climbed higher, disappearing into sky. The launch was perfect. Everything working smoothly, no problems reported. For 2 whole days, mission felt boring, routine like work. Astronauts floated zero gravity, joking with control, enjoying their journey. They took photos of Earth, beautiful blue marble in space. Nothing felt wrong, dangerous. Space seemed friendly, welcoming to them. But day 3, everything changed in one horrifying terror moment. Jack Swigert was asked to do something simple. Stir tanks. He'd done this before. It was safe, easy, nothing wrong. He reached for switch, flipped it. Suddenly, hell broke loose. Boom! Massive explosion rocked spacecraft violently, throwing everything into chaos. Alarms screamed like banshees. Red lights flashed everywhere. Ship dying. Jim Lovell's heart pounded, looking at panels showing catastrophic failures. Then he looked outside window, saw most terrifying sight ever. White gas streaming out into space. Precious oxygen escaping fast. Without oxygen, ship dies. Without oxygen, they die. That's simple. Lovell grabbed radio with shaking hands, spoke famous words calmly. "Houston, we have problem," he said, trying not to panic. Down on Earth, mission control froze. Everyone's worst nightmare happening. Gene Kranz, flight director, knew immediately moon landing was over. But forget Moon. These 3 men might not make home. Command module was dying fast, losing power, air, becoming coffin. They had one chance. Move into lunar module, tiny lifeboat. Lunar module designed for 2 men, 2 days, not 3. But it was only hope now. Only thing between death. They crawled through tunnel into cramped module, leaving ship behind. Inside lunar module, it was cold. Breath turned to fog. Temperatures dropped near freezing. They had no warm clothes there. Water rationed to nothing. 6 ounces per man per day. On Earth, you drink 2 liters. They had barely enough. Hunger gnawed stomachs. Sleep impossible. Fear never left their minds. But invisible killer was carbon dioxide, building up silently around. Every breath they took poisoned air more. Filters couldn't handle. Carbon dioxide levels climbed higher. Soon they'd pass out forever. On Earth, engineers dumped parts on table. Build miracle now. They had tape, plastic bags, socks, cardboard, and desperate hope. After hours testing, they created something ridiculous, but might work. Square peg, round hole, engineers joked nervously. This saves lives.
NASA radioed instructions step by step. Freezing astronauts listened carefully. Their numb fingers worked slowly, assembling strange device, breathing again. When finished, they held breath, waiting, hoping, praying it works. Carbon dioxide levels began dropping slowly. They gasped with relief. They'd survived one crisis, but space wasn't done killing them. Spacecraft had almost no power left, computers dead, navigation impossible. How do you steer spaceship home when you can't see? Jim Lovell had idea. Use Earth and Sun as guides. He manually aimed spacecraft using only eyes, skill, human determination. One wrong move, they'd miss Earth completely, floating dead forever. His hands trembled as he fired engine, adjusting course alone. They couldn't turn back directly, had to loop around Moon. As they swung behind Moon, saw surface closer than most. Fred Haise stared at lunar surface, place he'd dreamed since childhood. So close he could see craters, yet he'd never walk. Silent tears floated zero gravity as he watched dream slip. But Earth was waiting, other side, home, family life, everything. 4 days they'd been in space. 4 days, cold fear. Now Earth filled window. Beautiful blue-white clouds looking like heaven. But one final test remained. Command module dead for days. They needed it restart, protect during re-entry, or burn alive. Everyone held breath as they powered up. Would it work? Lights flickered on, systems hummed life. Grown men cried joy. It worked. Oh God, it worked. They might survive nightmare. Spacecraft hit Earth's atmosphere 25,000 miles per hour. Flames surrounded capsule, orange-red, heat shield glowing white-hot. Radio contact lost during re-entry. This was normal, expected always. But this time, silence lasted too long. Way too long. Mission Control stared at speakers, waiting, praying, begging for voice. Wives clutched each other. Children cried. Whole world held breath. Seconds felt like hours. Minutes felt like years. Silence unbearable. Then, crackling through static, a voice, Lovell's voice, calm, steady. "Hello, Houston," he said. Mission Control exploded into pure joy. People screamed, cried, hugged strangers, jumped down like children today. 3 orange-white parachutes bloomed sky, most beautiful sight ever. Capsule splashed down Pacific Ocean, floating safely on blue water. Navy helicopters raced sight, rescue divers jumping into water, swimming. Hatch opened slowly. Jim Lovell's face appeared, smiling, exhausted, alive. Then Jack Swigert emerged, weak, grinning, followed by Fred Haise. All 3 men alive, skinny, dehydrated, frozen, but breathing, living. World celebrated like never before. Strangers hugged, streets, churches rang. What should have been tragedy became triumph. Death became life. Apollo 13 never landed on Moon. Mission was, technically, failure. But it proved something more important than any moon landing. That human intelligence can defeat any disaster. Teamwork overcomes odds. 3 men and thousands of people on Earth refused giving. Gene Kranz said later that failure was simply not option. Apollo 13 became known as NASA's most successful failure in history. Because sometimes not achieving goal, but surviving is greatest victory. And that's why 50 years later, we still remember them.